Hey guys, Joshua here. I'm doing my markup on obviously one day in the life of Ivan Denisovich, and I got to this page here, and we're talking about having boots. I know that seems super simple and things like that, but in this actual prison camp here, it's not so simple. And this made me think of a lot of things, but one thing I'm going to tie it into is current events or current situations within our country where we stand, where you can have one thing or you can have the other, but you can't have both. And I really feel like we're in a time where we can believe one side or we can believe the other side, but we can't take common sense from both sides and believe both. It's we're just divided, and that's why this made me think of that. But as I'm reading through here, the first line that I got highlighted is no sense in getting your boots wet in the morning. As he goes through here and the work that he's done and the things that he's learned over the years of being in this prison camp is exactly that. Keep your feet dry, for sure. We go down through here. During 8 years imprisonment, he had known various systems of allocating footwear. There have been times when he had gone through the winter without Valinki. And I looked this up. I wasn't sure what the word meant, but it's a traditional Russian footwear, almost like a really thick stocking. Not a leather boot itself, but something that would keep the foot really warm. At all, or leather boots either, and had to make shift with rope sandals or sort of galoshes made of scraps of motor tires. I mean, that's got to be terrible, of itself. Looked like it says they called them chetsies. Now the footwear situation had seemed better. So I put there, maybe that's a little glimmer of hope of things looking up, for their situation, and that sort of thing. Said in October, Shukov had received, thanks to Pablo, whom had trailed, who he trailed to the warehouse, so he followed him to the warehouse, a pair of ordinary, hard-wearing leather boots, big enough for double thickness of rags inside. For a week he went about as though they had been given a birthday present. I can't imagine being in that situation, how much that pair of boots would have meant to someone, but they definitely did, kicking in his new heels. Then in December, the Valinki arrived, and it wasn't, life wonderful. So he got his inserts, for lack of a better word, his thick, warm inserts to put inside his boots, and I imagine his feet felt fantastic. But it says, but some devil in the bookkeeper's office had whispered in the commandant's ear that the Valinki should be issued only to those who surrendered their boots. So you couldn't have one, or you couldn't have both. You had to have one or the other. It was against the rules for a prisoner to possess two pairs of footwear at the same time. Only one. Only one pair of footwear, only one way of thinking. So Shukov had to choose. Either he had to wear leather throughout the winter, which we know leather's good, but if it gets cold, it's cold. Or surrender the boots to wear Valinki, even in the thaw. Those things are really warm, but you can't get them wet. Get them wet, and they're cold anyway. So, taking such good care of his new boots, softening the leather with grease. And then I had highlighted here, nothing had been so hard to part with in the 8 years in camps as that pair of boots. Now, I thought a lot about this and where we kind of stand currently as a country, divided as a country as we are, and I think of us a lot as Valinki. And as leather boots, right? So, both sides of an argument have value. Both sides have have decent points. But the Valinki can't be right 100% of the time. They're going to get wet. And the leather boots can't be right 100% of the time. They're going to get cold. And why can't we just come together? You know, and when I read this couple of passages here, that's what it made me think of, and that's why I marked it up, and you know, that's why I put it out in video. But hey, I appreciate you guys. Throw your thoughts out here. Why we can't just come together? Why we have to be Valinki year round, or why we have to be leather boots year round? And I look forward to reading the comments. Thank you.